So Trump obviously offended a lot of people over the weekend with a series of tweets where he called for fans to boycott the NFL or have players fired if they continue to kneel during the national anthem. And a lot of artists spoke up about it. Diddy posted a video telling athletes that this was a good time to unite, to stand together. J. Cole issued a series of tweets saying that fans should actually boycott the games. But do you guys think that was too extreme, or do you agree with him here?
Do I think that what was too extreme? J. Cole?
The suggestion of fans like not actually watching the games. I don't think a lot of fans would subscribe to that. But
he tweeted a lot of shit. We just gonna hop into it like that.
Colin Kaepernick. I'm sorry.
He tweeted a lot of shit.
He did, but we can go through some of the tweets.
Well, I thought that we should split his tweets and the Donald Trump shit up. That was such a big deal yesterday and last week. Remember, it was just last week, or maybe 2 weeks ago, that I said here that sports and politics are very much related, right? And we didn't delve into it, and that was before all of this shit happened. So now I think this is good to see, because I think some people who maybe had a blind eye to that fact are now able to see just how linked sports and politics are. And I'm talking about with the owners that have contributed to Trump's campaign. I'm talking about from the owners that still continue to support him. It's just a lot going on here. I was happy to see these players kneel. I was happy to see players kneel from teams that I didn't think it would happen. Teams I didn't think it would happen on. There are a few teams that I expected that behavior from. Carolina Panthers. That's the Carolinas at the end of the day. The Dallas Cowboys. It's Dallas. It's Texas at the end of the day. But overall, it was great to see the teams, the personnel, and the staff basically stand up and say, "Fuck this nigga." That was good to see. Or not stand up and say, "Fuck this nigga."
Yeah, the most disappointing part of all this was the owners. I mean, there's some two-faced bastards, you could tell, because they had no problem, seemingly, right, with kind of pushing out Colin Kaepernick. But now they were like, "Oh, we stand with the players in expressing or protesting however you want." No, y'all don't. Listen, and I said this before, at least with Trump, we know where he stands, okay? I'd rather know where you stand if you don't like me, rather than you kind of be on both sides of the fence. And we saw a lot of people call it out, but the owners, I felt like the disingenuous statements they put out, it was just completely whack. Completely whack.
To piggyback off of your point, because I've said that on this show too, I think I've had a debate with somebody on this show. I don't think it was you about that topic or in this building, but with all of the kneeling and camaraderie and brotherhood going on, it does make it harder now to recognize the sincerity. It makes it a bit more difficult to know where people stand, because I did see some people yesterday. Ray Lewis 1, Rex Ryan 2. Shut the fuck up, Rex Ryan. That was fucking despicable, Rex Ryan.
Rex Ryan is a good example. He's a good example of a lot of these people in football where they seem to forgive or ignore a lot of what Trump has done.
Rex Ryan.
Until now, like when he's in your sport and he's commenting on your sport, now he's crossing the line.
Rex Ryan has made his entire fucking career on the backs of black athletes. I mean, I don't know how serious of a conversation we want to have in here today, but you don't make your whole fucking career off the backs of black athletes and then support Trump. And now it's such a fucking surprise. Now it's such a surprise. All of his fucking ideologies you had no idea about. I'm not rolling with that. It's just not acceptable to me. So back to my original point. It's a lot of people we saw yesterday doing all of the cool shit and all of the kneeling and all of the supporting a brother. But
I saw some of the racists locking arms. Like you can't tell now. That's to your point, right?
Yeah. So I mean that makes it difficult. It is great that the conversation is being had. It's wonderful that the ratings are dropping. That's why I was a little confused about J. Cole's tweet too, because there seems to have been a ban. There's been a ban, which is why these ratings are dropping. I mean, I guess we could go now to that.
I mean, we could also people like Russell Simmons. So like you said, some people did kneel, some people just locked arms. But Russell Simmons thought that was not enough.
Locking arms and staying in the locker room hiding is for bitches. I'm sorry, I'm so upset. What the fuck? So we're not sure if Black Lives Matter. All right. I don't know if I agree with that. And Russell was a mentor of mine, but no, I totally understood Mike Tomlin saying, I want to keep the team inside of the locker room. Everybody is not. Actually, what we just said is exactly what Mike Tomlin said. He said, everybody on the team don't agree. Some people want to boycott, some people don't. And that should be a private matter. Only now, because of the times that we're in, is this about to be a real big deal. We about to go out there, some of our niggas going to do this, some of them are not, and then the focus is going to be on that. Our intention, our goal at the end of the day is football. Football, team, one goal. So I understood that, and this was a business decision, an executive decision that he made. A black coach, Mike Tomlin, is very well documented on how he feels about all race-related issues. I don't think that Mike Tomlin is the one that's saying, let's duck and hide. He actually probably is number one on the list to not say, let's duck and hide and not show our face in the locker room. So while I agree with what Russell is saying, I do understand Mike Tomlin as well, and I agree with him.
Hey, it was shocking for me to even see or read a statement by Robert Kraft, someone who supported Trump very heavily. To see a statement I believe is disingenuous, where he was just saying, listen, man, yo, listen, I'm siding with the players, and also even Tom Brady.
Tom Brady,
even Tom Brady, the locking arms, and then of course Trump, because that's his guy. He came back around to say locking arms is cool, just kneeling is not cool. I mean, there's a lot of phoniness going on yesterday, but again, this is where you realize how people who may be racist or maybe not, but we kind of have an inclination that they are. They act a little bit different once their pocket is being hit. The ratings are dropping, and it's dropping on both sides, because you have a portion of the fans who are saying, we don't want to see protests with our football. And of course, for like African Americans and minorities, we're saying, listen, if we can't peacefully, or players can't peacefully protest, we ain't gonna support your product. So they're in a tough place, and they're trying to say anything to appease both sides.
I don't want to see. I don't like the optic of Tom Brady now being so supportive of this movement. I don't, because what it looks like, I didn't see this type of activity from him until I saw it from Aaron Rodgers. So now, Mr. Trump bestie, now you want to leave little muscle man emojis under Aaron Rodgers pictures of unity and all of this shit. Now you want to. I don't like it. You know, Tom Brady, and I'm going to just say this, we got to start getting niggas the fuck out of here that we love. I know that there's a lot of Patriot fans in New York. I know that Tom Brady is probably the greatest quarterback ever. But I only even thought of that because of Michael Jordan's position on what Curry and Donald and President Trump's exchange, where Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley, all of these fucking quote-unquote legends just seem to be real out of touch with the feeling in the urban communities and amongst their fucking brothers.
Has Jordan ever been in touch?
No, that's my point. What we made this nigga a billionaire because he's the greatest fucking basketball player that we've ever seen.
But can we blame him now when he's he's shown time and time again?
I'm blaming us.
We have at least like 200 examples of Michael Jordan constantly showing black people that, I might look black, but I ain't really too caring of the issues that affect y'all.
So Jordan, who's besties with Barkley, and what did they say? Association brings on affiliation. Yeah, them two being besties and sharing those fucking views. Man, get Michael Jordan the fuck out of here if he's not on the basketball court.
I agree. Hey, by the way, you could also tell by the athletes, right, who didn't really want to get involved. Like Curry, and by the way, salute to Curry, I have nothing bad to say about him, but he was put in a very tough spot because his comments started a whole snowball effect, right? That's what Donald Trump responded to. But even when, like, you saw LeBron James, he came out and he said, man, you bum, man, listen, the guy ain't even trying to go. Curry was really guarded in addressing Trump when Trump is basically slamming him, right? And
that's what brings me to the Michael Jordan point. I only even thought about the Michael Jordan point because of how he's revered, because of how LeBron James behaves. LeBron James, I don't care how he compares to Jordan on a basketball court. As far as just being the greatest human athlete that we've had, LeBron speaks up for every player in the league when them niggas is scared to speak up about it. He speaks up to the president. He speaks up to social issues. He galvanizes the troops. He speaks up for players in other fucking sports. Like, LeBron really leverages his weight and power for all, for the people. Not even just athletes, for us. That would have been nice to see Mike do something like that. That would be nice to see Barkley do something like that. That would be nice to see Ray Lewis and some of these other black athletes who we have empowered again. And this is a false parallel, but the same way I say that we empower, we gave Bad Bobby all this fucking power. We empower people without knowing very much information. Jordan been a piece of shit. Nobody ever cared.
He showed his true colors way back when they even asked him like which like party was rocking, Democratic Party or Republican. He said both of them buy sneakers.
Republicans spend money too.
Yeah, he told us clearly where his like ideals lie, which is making money.
And I'm not mad at that. But when real niggas is talking, when LeBron is talking, when Curry is talking, when people are talking and sticking up for the people, shut the fuck up. You had 20 years to do that. You did not. Pardon us, sir. We got it now. You sell sneakers now.
Will you guys continue to not watch these games?
Man, fuck football until they fix it.
Man, listen, why did J. Cole was boycotting Twitter though? Why did he come back?
You know what?
Twitter beat you to the jokes, Joe. They're gonna have to be great or else don't make
No, they don't. No, they don't.
No, they don't.
No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. I hate when don't try
J. Cole
to don't try to
right now like yo the desk will hold me down.
Don't
girl.
try to gear the people up.
No, they already made the jokes. They did.
My jokes do not have to be great.
They just have to be jokes.
Yeah, I just have to make jokes.
All right, get them out.
No, introduce. We're not talking about J. Cole. That's the end of the topic.
No, that was
Wait, Nadeska.
You actually slip past it? We at Cardi B now.
Wait, so we're not talking about J. Cole's tweets and Nadeska replying to the tweets, even though it was Sunday and Nadeska never tweets on Sundays. We're not going to talk about Nadeska replying to the J. Cole tweet 1 minute after he tweeted on a fucking Sunday.
You know what the real question is here? Do you have a Twitter alert for me? How do you know every time I do something on Twitter? Like the minute it happens. Like how do you know literally the minute it happens, Joe?
I go to search and I type at Newer
How often
York,
though? 3 times a day?
and
Every
I
day?
read all of your mentions and all of your tweets. Wow. And when I am finished, I go and I type in at whatever his name is, because he got like mad stupid names.
I only have one name.
No, you got you got a few names, and I am academics twin page.
You got secret
I am,
pages?
I only have one page.
Those are
academics
spam
teachers
pages.
page.
Everybody
I
got
am the
like
academics meme page.
Nah,
All this
they
bullshit.
got all type of fake pages of me. I got
So
one
it's
page.
I say that to say it's my job to
That
know
must
what
be
my
pretty boring for
coworkers-
you though. Like he's more active than I am. So
not
like
boring.
when you search, you usually just don't find
It's
anything.
not boring. I love you both, and
No, you
I like
tweet
to
more
see
than
what
me.
you guys are up to.
But usually I ghost
But you were tweeting on Sunday though, and I'm not used to seeing you tweet on Sunday.
I happened to be on Twitter.
There was someone
and
else
happened
tweeting
to
on a
see
Sunday.
J. Cole. It was meant to be.
5 minutes after
Tell
Cole tweeted
me
though.
why J. Cole is tweeting on a Sunday.